Hey y'all, hey, it is your girl Coach Tuka. And listen, I got something for y'all today. For today's live, I got something I want to talk about that you probably hear everybody whispering about. But I don't know too many people who talking about this one for real. So I need y'all to get on in here, all right? Because I got some truth telling to do. All right. If you've been with me, I've been doing this for a minute now. If you've been with me for a minute, you already know who I am. I want you to go ahead and drop in the comments where you are from. And if you just happen to be here on the replay squad, I want you to drop replay so I can come back and show you some love. If you have not been with me for a minute, I want you to know this about me, about your girl. 5 years ago, I was 80 pounds heavier than I am today. I was on amlodipine. I had ocular migraines, severe anemia, was always tired, okay? Had high blood pressure, was on amlodipine, and just was not feeling my best. And I literally cried out to the Holy Spirit, and He sent me the world's greatest coach to walk me through the process of healing my body. And not only did I get to heal my body, but I also get the opportunity to help teach thousands of people how to do the same. So there are a couple of things that I learned along the way. One of them is losing weight is easy. Okay, that's the easy part. That's super duper easy. Not a big deal. But there are a couple of little ways of thinking that I had to change. I literally became a completely different person. So my mission is to use the information that I learned on my journey to help as many women as possible not bump their heads like I did and become the best version of themselves. All right. So here's what I want to talk about in real life. I want to talk about Ozempic because ain't nobody talking about it. I don't hear too many people saying publicly or openly. There's a few people I know who've tried it, and it's a little hush hush thing. I want to talk about it loud and bold, like the Holy Spirit does. Okay. So, everybody you know, like if you think about your circle of friends and people that you know, a lot of people feel like everybody you know is either on it, thinking about it, or just secretly and quietly wondering, should I do it too? Okay. And I am not here to belittle or bash anybody. I want y'all to know that before I got free, I was the woman who had tried everything. So, short of, I wasn't really into injecting things in my body, but I'm just making the point that I have done my share of things as well, trying to lose weight and thinking that this would be easier than the other thing. So, I get the mindset that says, I wonder, should I give it a shot? Because everybody's doing it, okay? Um, so I'm here for that woman. I'm here for the woman who's sick and tired of starting over, who done started over one, two, three, four, too many times. Tired of carrying extra weight on her body, tired of looking in the mirror, don't like what she see, wishing it looked like something else. And if that's you, you're in the right place. Okay. So if you've ever thought about Ozempic, like ever gave it a thought, or somebody you know has discussed it or using it, drop a show enough in the chat. All right. So I want to give you the three reasons why people are considering this. Like, this is what I believe makes people think, I wonder if I should try these injections. It cannot be the commercial. Okay. This I'm just gonna say first off. It can't be the commercial. Because in the commercial, they tell you all of your hair is gonna fall out, you're gonna lose your left leg, and you might lose your fingers too. And so it can't be the commercial that's making us want to do it. Here are the reasons. And my assistants, let me know. Drop them in the chat for me. One, you tired of trying and failing. Sometimes when you've been the person that started over 19 Mondays in a row, okay, every Monday is the Monday that you're gonna start. You don't even want to tell people anymore that you're doing a thing. You don't even want to say, you know what, I'm about to get my weight together, I'm about to get my life together. Here's what I'm doing. You don't even want to say it because you feel like they're thinking what you are probably thinking. You done did this every morning. So if you're on a plan, you don't announce that. Okay. When I started my journey, I tried to invite my husband to come with me. You know what the man told me? He said, you just go on and you do it. Okay. You know why? Because I had started 52 consecutive Mondays. Okay. And never made it past a Wednesday or Thursday. And so sometimes when you've tried and you haven't had success, or you've tried and you've only gotten so far and you fail, you are so discouraged you don't even want to tell people what you're doing no more because you don't know how long you're going to be doing the thing. And it'll be for us an embarrassment to say, I am doing this thing and now I'm not doing it no more. Because next time they see you, you know they're going to ask, how's that thing you're doing going? And you got to say, girl, I fell off again. All right. So sometimes when you're tired of starting and failing, you like, I'm not even going to let nobody know what I'm doing. The next reason why it's on your mind, okay, we're going to go deep, a little deeper. The next reason why it's on your mind is because you want to be confident again. So you've been looking in the mirror, you've been looking at yourself. I mean, I understand none of us came out the womb looking like a supermodel, but so many of us remember when we were younger, before we had children, before we put on the weight, before we let life start lifing. We remember that there was a season where you could at least put on an outfit and, sashay a little bit and feel good about yourself. And today, that is not what's happening. When you're not trying to be nobody's supermodel. You're not trying to be the baddie on Instagram. Okay, you're not trying to do that, but you do want to take a picture with your kids and not look at it 2 weeks later and be like, ooh, who is that? Okay. So you're not trying to like show out. Hey, Miss Joyce, you're not trying to show out, but you are trying to like what you see. All right. And so you're wondering, is this a way to get it done? Because I didn't try it every which way. All right. Maybe this is my final opportunity. All right. And then the next reason, let's go a little deeper. You feel like nothing else has worked for you. You feel like, honey, I didn't try everything. Yeah, listen, by the time I finally got free, I'm telling you, I had tried Weight Watchers. This is just a short list. I had tried Weight Watchers on multiple occasions, like all them stickers and stars and little checkbook pouches. I had done that. That was Weight Watchers was a little bit my go-to. Okay, it was like I'm for real, for real. Like I'm ready to lock in and go somewhere every week for a meeting. My Weight Watchers sponsor, she's my Facebook friend. Like I was a regular up in the Weight Watchers streets. Okay, so I've tried Weight Watchers. I have tried, baby, almost starving myself. Extreme, only eat this. I didn't try the army diet. I didn't try cabbage soup. I didn't try this shake, that shake, the other shake. Like I have tried all the things, okay? And I had tried so many things before I actually started to get results that I was like, okay. And even when I started getting results, I was kind of still like, I don't know how long we're going to keep this up because we had gotten results before, gotten to a particular point, and then I would always gain the weight back. So I know what I'm saying is to say, I know what it feels like to be like, baby, I have tried everything. Okay. Some you see a memo about something that say you can get 20 pounds off of you real fast. You ain't gotta have no restriction, no willpower. It seemed like, baby, thank you, Lord, you have heard my cry. Okay. So I get it, is what I'm trying to say to you. I really do understand. And I want to be honest with you. I want to tell you the truth because I have been where you are. I could not come here and tell you this with a straight face if I hadn't walked in your shoes. Okay. So I'm telling you, don't do it, sis. That's the first thing. But here's the thing about Ozempic. Let me back up a little bit. When I was out here in these streets trying everything, thinking that this thing was going to be finally the thing that helped me to get it, there was always this part of me that was in the back of my mind, like, I don't know if this is going to work. There was always a part of me that only got limited results. And the whole time that I would have these limited results, I would feel like I'm wrestling against myself, right? It's like, okay, you got it off. You just got, baby, you got to hold it in the road. Don't cut up. Don't act crazy. Like you be together. Okay. So I'm telling you that I know that when you see these ads, and to me, it's not even the ads, it's the people. It's you see this person, you know they used to have some weight on them, and now they don't. They tell you they've been doing. There are people who are publicly saying it, and they're like, it's the greatest thing since sliced pie. They look great to you on the outside. One, because you don't know what you're looking for, and two, that's on the outside. So here's the thing that nobody says in the ads. I watch the ads because I'm looking at the ad like, okay, let me see what they was drawing the people in. Okay. Nobody, I didn't hear one time like this was created for, nobody says like, listen, I'm getting on this because I have diabetes. The drug was designed for sick people. The drug was designed for sick People, all right? Not weight loss. It was never designed to get the weight off of your body. It was designed for a person who has an illness. Let us be clear. It was designed for somebody who's sick. So, if my goal is to be well, if my goal is to be healthy, make it make sense. Like why I'm doing what sick people do. It was designed for someone who's sick. All right. So that's the first thing. The second thing they don't tell you is that once you stop, because there's no plan for you to do this thing for the rest of your life, the odds of you gaining your weight back once you stop taking Ozempic is slim to all the way high. I mean, that's when I slimmed, I was like really all the way through the ceiling. Okay, is what I'm trying to say. The odds of you gaining your weight back are extremely high. And while you are injecting yourself with unknown situation that Ozempic is, hey, Miss Tanisha, listen, do not try it, friend. Do not try it, friend. Okay. And if nothing else, so first of all, it's designed for sick people. Unless I'm trying to be sick, why? I mean, why would I do anything a sick person's doing? I'm not trying to be that. All right. Nobody says when you stop, it stops. Okay. But here's the big thing that I learned. When you do something like this, it does not show you how to eat. All right. It doesn't tell you what to eat and what not to eat. You never learn how to deal with cravings and the part of yourself that just wants what you want. You never learn how to still take care of your body when life starts lifing. All right. Because that's what all of this is about. Keeping it off requires you to say, my body, my health is a priority. I do recognize that the sky is falling out. Okay. There could be some very real situations happening. And in the midst of it all, I'm going to take care of this body. You don't get that on Ozempic. You don't. You do not get that on Ozempic. So I'm going to just make it biblical. Okay. If you go to one of my favorite books, because today Second Corinthians is doing it for me. But if you go to one of my favorite books, Proverbs, and go to the 14th chapter and the 12th verse, the word will tell you there's a way that seems right to man. To the world, to people, this way seems like it's the right way, but the words say it leads, in the end, it leads to destruction. All right. It looks like a shortcut. It looks like a shortcut. But what it does is it skips the parts that actually change your life. It skips the part that changes who you are. It skips the part where you become different on the inside and the outside. It skips that part. So the word says it's a way to seem right to the world. It seems right to man. Everybody's doing it. It seems like it might be the right thing, but in the end, it leads to destruction. So here's what I got to tell you about weight loss and why you couldn't pay me $1 million to do Ozempic. Okay. We ain't even talking about what's in it. Okay. Losing weight, getting pounds off of your body. It starts with the part that people see on the outside. So the days when I looked in the mirror and I said, I have got to do something. I cannot keep squeezing in these 18s. Okay. Well, really 16s. Y'all was supposed to be in the 18. I tell y'all this all the time. Supposed to be a size 18. Was just pride and ego would not let me continue to buy 18. So I said, what I'm not going to do is keep buying these 18s and I'm going to squeeze all of this into as many 16s as I can. But what I'm saying is, when I looked in the mirror and I said to myself, okay, I got to do something. The conversation with myself started by what I saw, the physical, what was on the outside. But do you know weight loss is not just physical, it's mental, it's emotional, it's spiritual, it's relational. And that is the part that most people never get to. I got today. Oh, that was so juicy. Put that in the chat, y'all. That's the part most people never get to. That's the part we fix it on the outside. I call it, I'm saying it about me because I would never say it about you. Putting lipstick on a pig. We will dress that thing up as cute as we want to be. Understand a couple of things about Coach Tucker. I'ma always have some on these lips. Okay, a little color on these lips. I might not put none on these eyes. Okay, probably won't wear no foundation, but this lip color, or I'm gonna have a lip gloss or something close by. All right. I'm always have these lips done. I'm always have these earrings done. I mean, have earrings on different ones. That's my reward. That's my non scale. Like it don't got nothing to do with food. If I want to treat myself, go get me a cute little pair of earrings. Okay, love earrings. All right, but all of this dressing up the outside is what was you when you focus on only that. That's what keeps you from looking on the inside, and that's where the change happens. And most people never make it to that part. All right. So I want you to abandon any idea, any notion that you've ever had about trying Ozempic. I'm convinced that God did not create that for you. That is not your portion. It is not your portion. I don't care who said it. I don't care how they look. Let's just wait. Let's like one of this movie I used to watch called The Color Purple. Let's just sit back and see what kind of colors they put on the wall. All right. Some of y'all might be too young. Some of y'all might be too young. Let's just watch and see. Let's just sit here and see what kind of colors they throw up on this wall next. So I want to tell you, I never want to leave you. I always want to help you see things differently, but I also want to tell you what to do about it. So I'm just going to share with you what worked for me when I lost 80 pounds 5 years ago. All right. So I stopped chasing stuff happening fast. I stopped pursuing getting weight off by a particular date or a particular event or a particular vacation or for a particular outfit or, you know, this amount of pounds in a month, like fast, quick, right now. Like I look up next week and I'm down 10 pounds. I stopped pursuing that. Okay. Because it seemed like when I pursued as fast as I got it right back with some extra on it. So I stopped chasing fast and I started working on my faithfulness. I started working on being more faithful. All right. Meaning, Tucker ain't got it. It ain't me. I don't have it. All right. My flesh is weak. I like what I like when I like it, how I like it. And at the time I want it. Written there. I used to be the person that would be watching TV. Y'all remember Dairy Queen? I don't even know if they have these now, but they used to have these man, we used to go in. Dairy Queen used to have these $5 baskets, and you'd get like fries, chicken tenders. I think you got a drink. I'm positive because I was getting sweet tea, and you got a little sundae on the side. I'd be sitting in the house minding my own business. Okay. Dairy Queen nowhere on the brain. And would get up off my couch and get in my vehicle and drive around the corner to Dairy Queen to get one of them $5 baskets. All right. So I knew, I said, you know what? It's something that I am missing, Lord. It's something I'm missing. It's something I'm missing for me to be the type of person who would be controlled by what I see on TV to the degree that I'm not just thinking about it. I'm literally getting up and acting on it right now. I'm telling y'all, Dairy Queen wouldn't be nowhere on the agenda, but a commercial could come on. And I remember how that baby, and I get the little ranch dressing. Sometimes I get the ranch dressing, sometimes I get the buffalo, they had like a buffalo sauce or like hot wing sauce. Ain't been in 5 years, y'all. I'm telling you. But if it wasn't Dairy Queen, Wendy's, or Domino's, honey, I'm talking about a regular, okay? And all it would take is a commercial. So I knew then, I said, you know what? Something is off about my ability to control myself. I need you, Father. I need you. I need you. So I started saying, okay, if we're gonna do this, Lord, I'm gonna trust you. And I couldn't even see this is what we talk about the daily renewal in the mind. I couldn't even say, Lord, help me for the Lord, help me every hour. Help me this morning, and then the next hour, and the next hour, and the next hour. So I stopped focusing on getting it fast. And I start asking God to help me with every decision. Just help me make the next decision the best decision. So if I could just make one small little decision at a time, I felt like I could get better. Okay, because I don't know about tonight. I can't tell you what tomorrow gonna bring. I don't know how I'm gonna be tomorrow. Clearly, I don't know how I'm gonna be tomorrow. All right. So the habit I got was to pre-decide. I keep telling y'all, I just started making a decision in advance. I start pre-deciding. I say, you know what? Here's what I'm gonna eat tomorrow. And even to this day, if I get very, very relaxed and I'm not in a regular rhythm and I don't have a plan for what I'm gonna eat, I'm wide open for the enemy to play with me. All right. So I started making decisions in advance about what I'm going to eat. I started deciding in advance, okay, how am I going to move my body this week? I started making decisions in advance. Like, listen, this week finna be heavy, and you probably not gonna feel like it. Okay. But I started deciding in advance. When it happen, when it's time to go to the gym, and you know you're not gonna feel like it, don't you carry your butt home. Just go straight on to them people. Go on to that gym. Because I know me. And once I get to the house and put my feet on this couch, it's a wrap. It's a wrap because I know me. So I started deciding in advance and start asking God, be with me because I need thee every hour. Okay. So I stopped chasing fast and quick and easy. And I started just trying to become a person who makes faithful and consistent decisions in advance. All right. So the next thing I had to do was I got some help. I got some help. I said, I can't do this on my own. I said, I cannot do this on my own. And so I knew, truth be told, y'all, my coaching friend and sister, who I just thank the Lord that, ooh, don't you get the crown on this live. I thank the Lord for the people that He sends in my life. And this is why I don't play by how you treat people. Because God has given me some incredibly special people. So this woman, okay, she tried to help me 3 years before. Okay. And I said, all I heard was I couldn't go to Domino's no more. And I heard Wendy's. I heard all my places was out. Okay. And I said, well, thank you, ma'am, for your time. But I'm a very busy entrepreneur. Okay. I had me some side hustles, had a full-time job. And I'm like, my schedule is full. And going into the kitchen and cooking anything is not on that agenda. And she let me go. But God is so good. And I think this is why we have to be more graceful with each other because she didn't get mad at me. She didn't hold a grudge. Um, we continue to be in the same community and know each other through the internet streets. All right. And when I was ready, she welcomed me with open arms. So I knew I could, I was like, Lord, I can't do this on my own. What do I need to do? All right. So I knew I reached out to two people. Okay. I didn't know and see, this is why we got to be careful about making our own plans. Because I knew the plan that I had set, I created, like, okay, I'm gonna do this workout, I'm gonna drink these shakes, okay. But God sent me a coach. All right. And there was one person that said, here's your link, go get your shakes. But my coach said, you don't know what you're doing. Let me help you. And it was confirmation of what I already knew. That I knew that I didn't know what I was doing. I really didn't. I think though, the reason I was drawn back to faithfulness, I'm gonna say this, and I hope this blesses somebody. I know what God had told me. I knew that where I was I knew it wasn't what He wanted for me. I knew it. I knew He didn't want me there. I knew for sure I'm not supposed to be here. I don't know how to exactly get to where I'm supposed to be, but I'm convinced you don't want me here. And so that's why I knew I had to become more faithful. My faith was tested so much because we were in the pandemic, y'all. There was so much changing in the world where we don't know what's what. And all I had was depending on Him. So I said, I'm just going to trust you. I'm going to trust you more than I trust these little Raggedy Points books. I'm going to trust you more than I trust anything. All right. Because it's a lot going on and I don't know what's happening, but I just know I'm supposed to be all right when it's over and it don't supposed to look like this. That's all I knew. All right. But I'm just saying, we have to humble ourselves. Though it takes humility to say, you know what? I don't got it. I don't know what I'm doing. And I need some help. So I didn't do it by myself. And now you don't have to either. All right. So if you tired of doing it by yourself, bumping your head, trying to figure out how to do it, and you really ready to do it, and not just lose weight, but get back to you, the person you used to be, the best version of who God created you to be. I need you to join me in my free community. It is free. All right. And I don't need you to come because we a perfect group of people. We are not. We are just some people who are renewing our minds daily, working. We are being consistent. We're not rushing. We're rebuilding some new habits though, and replacing old habits with raggedy habits. I mean, them old raggedy habits with things that work. We are. We trust in God's timing together. That's what we are doing. We trust in God's timing together. We getting better every day. We are fully aware that success is contagious. All right. If sis is winning right here, I don't roll my eyes and talk about it. I be trying to figure out when is my season. My season can't be far. All right. So if you have ever thought about Ozempic, don't beat yourself up. All right. You're not weak for wanting something that can promise you results. I'm just gonna tell you it ain't worth it. You're not even wrong because it's on your mind because you're exhausted, you're tired. All right. Don't look at nobody else and think they better than you. Um, don't do that. All right. But I'm gonna just say this and be done with it. God's way lasts. You ain't gotta, it lasts, it sticks. All right. Man's way will hurt you every time. So you're not gonna get free with an injection. You're not gonna get free counting some points. You're not gonna get free taking some pills. I did that too. I forgot about that. Epinephrine, I think it was called, and was having heart palpitations like nobody's business. Okay, told you to try some stuff. So you don't get free in a shot. You don't get free in some pills. You're not gonna get free in some shakes. You're not gonna get free starving yourself. You're not gonna get free with your sea moss. You're not gonna get free. All right. You know how you get free though? You make a decision. I'm gonna show up for me every single day. I'm gonna show up with myself. I'm gonna show up for myself whether I'm tired, whether I'm overwhelmed, and I'm gonna do it every single day. I'm gonna do it in prayer, and I'm gonna be consistent about it. That's how you get free. So here's what I need you to do next. I need you to join the free community. If you're in there, say I'm already in. All right. I need you in. I need you in the free community. Ready, Say Habits, where we look at what we do every day. All right, not what we do once in a while. We change the habits, the things that we do every day. And then I want you to share this video with somebody you know who is either on the Ozempic and tell them to cassette it. All right. Share it with somebody who's thinking about it, who's quietly suffering, who has tried things over and over. It could be you and somebody you know. Share this video with them. All right. That is my mission. That's the assignment, y'all, to help as many women as possible become the best version of themselves, to help them be well beyond the weights. All right. Because God's way lasts. Oh, now, Miss Joyce, my God, today, I'm telling you, I have heard so many people saying, I'm gonna be on the Ozempic's neck all week. They should have never let me see the commercial. Because I'm like, oh no, my people, we not doing this. We are not doing this. And if we do it, I'm going to make sure if you know me, you can't say you ain't know. Woo, child. It gets confusing. See, I was going to get off, y'all. This I'll be on here for a long, long, long time. It gets confusing. I'm going to back up a little bit before I close, before I do my third Baptist close. I had a friend today that sent me it was a video from Oprah. And I've been having a little bone to pick with her ever since. Ever since she said her body different. And I'm like, sis, no, it's not. But you out here got these people thinking that it's gonna be the Ozempic answer. And I said, please don't send me this no more. I just can't. I got a bone to pick with this woman. God's way last. That's all I'm gonna say. God's way last. All right, God gave us everything we need for these bodies. Period. We ain't gotta inject nothing. We ain't gotta count nothing. It's an abundance. We can pick as much of it as we want. Decide to have as much of it as we want. God's way last. And the enemy, he don't always make it look sexy and good. Okay, it's always. It's always, I'm gonna tell you, it's gonna look like my son. We went to the gym and my son, he likes cars. He saw this car that I've never heard of. I think he said it was called a McLaren. And the thing looked so good to my son. My son was walking past these people's car. And he said, I just want to touch it. And I said, please don't touch these people's car. God's way last. I said, please don't touch these people's car. But I was thinking, I said, ain't this how the enemy have us? Boy, be like, oh, I just want to touch it. It looks so good. My son, he walked past, we drove past, we were looking for a parking space, and he said, oh, you see that? And when we got out the car to walk into the gym, we had to walk right by it. Okay. So he pauses, he's just looking at it, and he's like, oh, I just want to touch it. And that's how the enemy have us. It looks so sexy. It looked like it's the way. It looked like, oh, just touch it real quick for a second. Oh, it just looked so enticing. It looks so, what's the word Rochelle used? Alluring. It looks so alluring. All right? It looks so alluring. God's way last. That's all I'm going to say. So y'all can listen to Oprah if you want to. Because Oprah ain't going to be nowhere to be found years from now when they had a class action lawsuit talking about if you lost your right leg because you was on Ozempic, call this number. Don't nobody know what's in the stuff. I'll be here all week on Ozempic, okay? I'm not letting up to everybody I know don't want no, and it ain't just us, what we Wegovy, Munja, all of them, all the things, okay? I don't know how I got here. The point I'm saying is, if you've ever thought about it, I know why. I get it. I understand. I just want to convince you that God's way lasts. All right. We're not taking something that was designed for people who are sick. It's like me, child, anyway. That right there, do it. That right there, do it for me. It was designed for somebody who's sick. I ain't trying to be sick. I don't even got time to be sick. My schedule won't allow me to be sick. So why would I engage in sick people behavior? All right, y'all. I'm gonna be here all day. I love y'all all the way to life. Again, make sure you are subscribed. Make sure your notifications are turned on. Make sure you share this with somebody who can possibly be blessed by this word. I love you to life. You can't even change it if you try. Ain't nothing you can do about it, okay? You ain't even got to do nothing to get it, and you can't do nothing to stop it, all right? I love you enough to help you walk over to the side of you that is well beyond the weight, all right? I believe that God wants all of us to be the best version of ourselves so that we can do the thing that He told us to do. I am here to help you do that. And I want you to bring as many people as possible because that's my assignment. I love you to life, and I will see you guys tomorrow.